All right, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Wargame Red Dragon replay cast. It is a 4 vs 4, and it is game number 2 of the Minor Nations Tournament Finals. So, last time these teams were switched up. The Blue 4 team was the Red 4 team, and so on. So, on our right side here, we have Toradora, Nandamonai, Integer, and Frosty Senpai as the Red 4 team. And the Blue 4 team is going to be Razman, HLJ, Hopfastau, didn't even bother to learn that, WTF Random, and Troll Egg. And just a quick recap, if you guys didn't see the first game, you should really check it out because it was actually really, really good. What basically is going on here, you can't be USA or the USSR. You have to be minor nations. You cannot be the same nation on the same team. So you couldn't be to France, you couldn't be to Poland, that sort of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to speed this up to the 10x mark till all the units are ready to go at about the 6-minute mark or so. And then what we're going to do, what I usually don't do, is pause the game, and we're going to check out all of the nations that our teams picked. And so many bleeps going off. It is like total chaos of where everybody's going. And so it should start in just a moment here. And here we go. So we're going to let them spread out just a scotch. And we're going to bring it down to the 1x mark. And now Nandamonai is going to be North Korea. Integer is going to be Czechoslovakia, and over here Frosty Senpai is going to be Poland, and Toradora will be China. For our Blue 4 teams, we have Heil as Canada, and let's find another one, sort of like an egg hunt here. WTF going to be Japan, and the other two, Razman, is going to be Sweden. And Troll Egg is going to be France. So, very cool. And let's get this going. And speed up just a scotch there. And there we go. And so, again, tons of troops are going to be on this map as there's so many towns and things like that you have to take. Echo is going to be probably neutralized the majority of the game. The idea in winning this game is that you have to cross over because each side has the same. And Echo is almost always neutralized, as you can put a CV here and a CV all the way over there. So really, it's hard to even capture Echo. It's basically, you just basically defend it on both sides and then leave it, as it's really, really hard to take unless it's later on in the game. So basically, you have to either move into Charlie or Bravo, or you have to move into Juliet or Hotel, that sort of thing, from your opposite team. So tons of troops here moving in, and I'm going to try and make it into the town here, into Bravo. And some short arrows there, too, for some anti-air. We have some MIs in the air. And good thing they have those short arrows. And we have tons of troops here going to be moving in. And looks like he's going to try and cross into India. But this is going to be a total clash of the titans here. All those AMXs are going to start firing away at all these troops. So many AMXs. And they're trying to get all these APCs across. We have a T90 in front, though, and that is certainly a good thing. 22 armor to the face, and good luck. Trying to take down a T90 is super hard. I suppose it's not as hard as taking down a Challenger 2. STRF's filled with troops here. Gonna try and make it into the towns. Hold that for a little while. Bravo has been pushed into with the Blue 4 and pushing into hard. Canadian rifles pouring out all over the place like roaches. And over here we have tons of Red 4 in the line, in the wood line here, and ATGMs firing away Conquerors, and the T-72s firing away too, trying to get at these APCs and trying to take down the numbers of those Canadian rifles. Trying to see cover there in the wood line. Echo, again, just going to be totally neutralized for a little while. Blue 4 actually took it first this time, which was technically the same team that took it the first last time, as they were Red 4. And so no CV there for our Red 4 team right now, giving our Blue 4 team a +1 advantage. And now Juliet being fought over here. Red 4 has tried to push forward into it, but there looks like there's a little bit more troops there from the Blue 4 than Red 4, so that is probably not going to last too long. And two T90Ss are over here, both of them badly damaged, both of them with only 2 bars of health left, but still firing away strong. at the troops in this town, and taking down the numbers of those troops pretty quickly there. Mirage dropping and gonna hit those ZTZs pretty hard there. Took them all out there. All of that Red 4 is gone now. J7H now flying overhead, and looks like it's gonna be dropping here all over the Blue 4 here. And see where it's gonna land, and goosh, took out quite a bit there. Now the big main battle here is in Bravo. Our Blue 4 has covered, has gotten into the town there, put some Erics in the town as well, and that's really nice. So it's going to be just blasting away at these T-72s, anything that tries to move up into that area there. So that's a really good spot for those Erics to be. And the Canadian rifles and everything else is hidden inside the woodline here. Leopard C2s and Shikis firing away. T-72 to Moderna trying to push forward. 21 frontal armor on that, so that's going to last quite a while. Only 2 bars of missing health. Shiki's just going to push forward and try and get at that Moderna, but good luck. It's taken quite a bit, actually, taken quite a bit of damage from those Shikis there. AP power 22 on them, so it does do quite a bit of damage. The T-72 Moderna, no match. The armor of it, no match for 2 Shikis at once there with a 22 AP power, so pretty good there. And again, nothing happening in Echo. If you push over this bridge here, it's pretty much suicide for the most part. Panther Skites have gathered in the town here. Juliet still untaken by Blue 4, could easily bring up a CV there and take that back, which would leave them at a +1 advantage. Or actually leave them at a +3 advantage, mind you, the Blue 4 team. Red 4 still has no CV in Bravo, and if Red 4 put a CV in Bravo, would give them a +1 advantage. And by sticking it deep in the corner there, and I don't think I see any CVs really coming. We do have a CV here coming, some troops there flying on in. See if our Blue 4 team has any CVs coming as well, and indeed they do. They have some troop CVs coming as well, and looks like they're just going to put them here in the corner inside the wood line. Either that or maybe try and get them in this sector here. We'll have to see what he decides to do. And Juliet holding strong now. Red 4 are going to have a hard time pushing into Juliet. Going to need some smoke, and that's what they're doing now, smoking, and maybe going to try and push with all of these troops here. And these BTRs are indeed amphibious, so they're going to push over the line and try to get into that forest line there. So we'll see if they can do that in a moment. And now this town here has been completely ridden with Blue 4. Delta now under attack by Blue 4 as well. Some troops going to be dropped off inside the wood line here, going to hold that, and so we'll see how that works, but no CV is coming. It is owned by the Red 4 right now. Now it's 0-0 right now. The Red 4 winning the game at the moment. And the Red 4 was Blue 4 last time, so they are winning again at the moment anyway, which could change. All these troops have made it over with the help of that smoke. And now tons of troops are going to be moving into the wood line and just asking to be bombed. A bomb right there would be devastating for all those troops. And now that CV group here has been dropped off, but it isn't being walked up there. It needs to probably just busy microing elsewhere, but really needs to get into Juliet there, so that the Blue 4 can have a +2 advantage. If you just had the CV in Blue 4, there he goes. He's moving it now into the territory. And Blue 4 has a really commanding position here in Bravo. So we'll see if he can actually push forward at all. Attack has been called right there, but there isn't too much there. Maybe just going for a bombing run. We have these CV troops all the way in the back there, and T-72 firing away at anything trying to push across. They need some smoke. Smoke would be amazing right now. If smoke hit there, all of this could just easily push in there, and that could be a game changer. Smoke so meta in Wargame. Just dropping smoke, they wouldn't be able to attack at all. All of this would just be able to make it up safe and sound, because right now just getting pummeled by these T-72s that are in the line. And there's also some ATGMs I spy in there as well, or perhaps just the SAL ALH missiles that are coming from the tanks, and that is indeed the case. So no ATGMs, but technically kind of is an ATGM. F1 flying overhead here, gets taken out instantly there. Didn't even see what hit that. There's just so much going on. Mirage now flying overhead and gonna drop in. Is it gonna be able to get the chance? No. And Grizzly's making it away, and I can't believe these Grizzlies are still alive here. Conquerors are out of Seiklos missiles. Legions have been dropped off as well. Su-25 flying overhead. Another Su-25 as well, all out. Evac and these Canadian Airborne are not going to make it in there, and I would have loved to see smoke there. That would have been amazing. And these troops here, the Red 4 have been taken out eventually there. The Red 4 made it over there with the help of smoke, but are no longer there. But the main push right now is going on right here. And it looks like 40 Canadian Rifles are going to make it into the wood line here, but they're going to be real susceptible to any kind of bombing run. And here it comes by the looks of it. And they could really use some anti-air here, or at least a fighter to take out that SU, but not going to happen, and it's just going to hit all over those Canadian Airborne. But fortunately, they were sort of the majority of the way out of that napalm. Oh, and nope. And HE lands there and takes out those Canadian Airborne. So all the Canadian Airborne pretty much have been destroyed. 7 left, 4 Legions. So that push is pretty much ended. Smoke would have been amazing there. I can't stress enough how amazing smoke would have been if smoke would have just been popped there by mortars or artillery of any kind. Everything would have made it there safe and sound for the most part. Very, very little losses. And would have easily pushed right into those woods and right at that CV. Would have taken Bravo away, would have given the Blue 4 a +2 advantage if they could have taken that. And so a stalemate going on in Juliet. Nothing going on in a hotel. Stalemate, of course, as usual in Echo. Looks like he's trying to put some ZSDs over, but I don't think that's really going to work too well. Or perhaps he's just floating, having a good time. No, he is indeed pushing them over. Su-25K here, flying around, having a good time, and getting himself killed with all those short arrows. And so many cargo vehicles up here, all of them running out. Only 500 cargo in each one of these, so we had to bring a ton of them over. And now they're all out, so might as well take those cargo vehicles and send them on back to the forward operating base and just reload them. And now T-72s are back in action here and pushing forward, but unfortunately the Blue 4 is in the line here, so they don't really have too much vision into this line. So the Blue 4 is going to get the advantage here. Hornet flying overhead, and now going to back up this T-72. Is he going to hit anything? And looked at this T-72. Might take one. Took it directly there. Did a little bit of damage, and now it's got only 2 bars of health, so not going to last too long if it takes another hit. The Eric's looks like it was just out of range of that T-72. It was right about there. Help has been called by Trolleg here, as he believes that a push may be coming over there. I think PTZ is causing some havoc here, and so he had to push the Legions back into the town a little bit to stop from getting hit there. And this push is going strong here. And it's a push between Heil and mostly WTF Random. It looks like Heil went off to the left here and is now neutralizing Delta, giving the Blue 4 team a +4 advantage. But once again, the Blue 4 team winning by quite the margin, +4 advantage, going strong here. And T90 in trouble there. It takes a number of Seiklos from those missiles there, or from the jets there. So it's badly damaged now, only 3 bars of health, and I don't think that's going to be enough to repair that up, as it's repairing up and refueling, rearming, yada yada, all those things there. And now here comes a push coming across, but no smoke again. Still, I'd love to see smoke. Nope, indeed, there's some smoke coming. Smoke coming now from that VTT, which is going to stop a little bit here, but it's not quite in front of the Norlands there, so they are going to get hit, and there is not enough smoke over here as well, so it just needed quite a bit of smoke. Taurus says stop. And all these ZTZs are in trouble if some aircraft come, and I'm just waiting for it. SKs are now heading towards that direction there. SK, 3 of them are heading towards this direction, and it's not going to be good. All the Xanshi have popped out of all those ZTZs, and now they're really in trouble, as the STRV here is just going to have a field day pushing away at him, and that push didn't really do much of anything. And this map, I just can't stress enough on this map how much smoke you need on this map to really push forward. And as you can see, that one push there was quite successful in pushing forward. Just didn't last very long. And lots of bombing runs there, going over and hitting all around the STRV, hitting all in the wood line there, but killed just about nothing. I don't think it killed anything at all. And now over here, once again, and a barrage hits all over this area here. Doesn't take out too much. And Commandosi trying to make it into the line there, and probably not going to happen. +4 advantage for our Blue 4 team. Bravo neutralized, Echo neutralized, Delta neutralized as well. So these are all for the taking right now, and whoever loses the CV first will start to win the game. But Red 4 needs to take way more territory than they have right now. They need to take over Bravo and Delta just to catch up to a 0-0 right now, and then that would mean that they would have to take over Charlie or something from across the line here. SU-22 M4s here, going to be dropping all over the wood line, and separated it pretty well there. Some on this side, some on that side, and oh, the explosion hit all over the place. And if that CV was not a Leopard, it would have been lost there. And Red 4 would now have or the Blue 4 would just have a +2 advantage now. But it was a Leopard CV, so it survived it. Coyote made it all the way around here, and it isn't going to last very long. They know that it's in that line now. STRV still trying to defend here. Only 2 shots left. Better make them count, STRV. And well, that one sure did. And that one hit absolutely nothing. So now the STRV is just about useless, only has 6.5 left. Tons of artillery here blasting away in the woods, trying to take down the numbers of those troops. And Toradora now pushing in to the Blue 4 area here. Kustyagers trying to get into the line there. And Xanshi now have exited. And ZTZ there fires into the town, takes out one of them. And now the Xanshi trying to pour in here. The Xanshi do not have CQC, so the Kustyagers will do big damage to these Xanshis. But there's so many Xanshis that I don't think they're going to last too long. These ZSDs are pushing in too, and we'll try and get off the machine, some machine gun hits on the Kustyagers, but so not going to last too long. So the Red 4 looks like they're going to take over this town for now, but STRFs here are going to be dropping off additional troops. And now a push has been made towards the left side a little bit more so, and gunships now flying overhead. And I'm going to try and take out some of these troops here. And that minigun there blasting away at him, but we do have the MI2, and it's now out of infrared and gets taken out there by a Mistral. So now the gunship has free reign for at least a little while, but it's actually being shot at there by troops, and it's just not doing enough right now. And it has very little health left. And looks like he's getting low to the ground there and trying to go after those T-55s. And gets a 1 T-55, but also gets himself destroyed at the same time. And still a +4 advantage for our Blue 4 team. So 513 out of 750, 30 out of 750. unusually cargo pouring in across the lines here. And I think he's trying to reinforce all these Xanshi maybe, but they're in the middle of a fight, so they really can't be reinforced in the middle of a battle like that. So it's not going to do them too much good. Not sure why those cargoes are really going over there, although cargo's always a good idea. But right now, during a battle, they're a little busy. J7H launching here, going to land right on the Panzerskites. And a fairly dead-on hit there. Took out quite a bit of them. Su-22 M4s dropping all over the woodline there. Almost took out the CV there. And so the Red Fort team just is constantly almost taking out the CV. Now the cargo's repairing that Leopard CV. Red Fort CV takes away Juliet, or at least neutralizes it, but still a +4 advantage for the Blue Fort team, as the Red Fort team has basically nothing. Even Kilo was taken away here. And so now an MI8 here going to be dropping off CV troop into the town, but there's legions there that got to get taken out first. So with Kilo neutralized there, still a +4 advantage for the Blue Fort team. Right, normally they would have a +2 right now with the help of that CV there, taking at least neutralizing Juliet, taking away 2 points. But they somehow they got Kilos. Perhaps they artilleried it. I didn't really see. They must have got it somehow. So they are still at that +4. Custom Gears and Legions finish off that. Blue Fort owns the town. Once again, cargo vehicles coming around, and again, don't know what the cargo vehicles are really doing. I mean, repairing up that ZTZ, but not really, just not really all that relevant. MI8 gonna land in the wood line here. Decided to just skip over those legions. Shiggies and Leopards trying to push forward, taking out anything that gets pushed forward by the Red Fort team here. Su-22 M4 gets taken out by the Mirage. The Mirage is. And here comes a bomb all over that Blue Fort CV, now leaving a +2 advantage for the Blue Fort after taking that away. And this CV needs to land, and doing that now, I believe. And by taking that, it will zero it out. So now 0-0. So the Red Fort team has evened it up a little bit, but this CV is in trouble. The Norlands are going to make it towards it. As there's just cargo vehicles here, they're not going to be able to stop this. So 2 ZTZs are trying to make it into that wood line, but there's also ATGMs firing away at these ETZs, and the Norlands are nearly at that CV. And once they take that CV, they will get their +2 advantage back. Su-22's bombing all over the place here, but miss the Leopard again. And MiGs flying overhead and get some supplies, but again, once again, not getting the CVs that they need to get. CV has been taken out, +4 advantage now for the Blue Fort team once again. And our Blue Fort team wins the game, and that means that this particular team with Troll Egg, Random, High LLG, Hop, Fast Turn, oh my god, that's a tough one, and Razman have won 2 games in a row. So that was the final 2 games, what I believe is the final 2 games in the Minor Nations tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was quite unique, something you don't see every day, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.